What's goody, everybody? Welcome back to Kill Time. We got Travis back, and we have our third guest for a very special episode, episode 10. We have hit double digits, boys, and we got Dylan on for it. It's wild. We want to thank y'all for your constant support, your continued support. This is a huge step in terms of the direction that we want to keep heading with this podcast. We want to keep you guys entertained. There are millions. Well, I don't know if it's millions. I'm sure there's millions of podcasts out there. But we are glad that you guys take the time to listen to our podcast every week, week in and week out. Listen to us just be absolute buffoons and goons on this podcast. But I have two things. First of all, we got Travie back. He's at TJ's house. He missed last week's episode, so round of applause.
Yeah.
Round of applause for Travie.
Thank you.
Travie, TJ, how was your guys' week before we get into this?
I had a fucking dandy of a week. I was dog sitting for a while, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just kind of chilling. It was nice.
Yeah, the past week has been one to remember.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll revisit it.
We'll look back on it in the history books, for sure. The second thing is
a good story.
Is we bring back up in history class. TJ will teach it. Our second thing is our guest this week is a dear friend of ours. You've already seen him on the screen for the past few minutes here. But he is a dear friend of ours, a musician, a rocker, and an eccentric soul. Dylan Freeman is with us today.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured that was pretty good. I couldn't think of a better way to describe our boy Dill. But Dill,
dear
go.
friend is a little bit.
Damn, all right. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, buddy.
What's up, guys? My name's Dylan. I play in a metal band called Reprise. I go to school for music, and I'm just here. I'm here to hang with the boys. I've been friends with these guys for quite a while, so this should be an interesting one.
You have such a soothing voice when you talk like quietly into the mic.
Wow.
It's some ASMR type shit.
I've considered voice acting in certain areas because I can change my voice in weird ways.
I've also considered voice acting recently. I think I should go on to the House of Dragon.
House of Dragon?
Yeah, it's the Game of Thrones spinoff, dude.
Oh.
I can nail the accent. You got to ask Kaylee, bro. Like, it's spot on. I'm not going to do it on the podcast. I can't be giving out my talents like I always do. Got to keep this one intact just in case I audition. But
you're going to blue ball us like that?
I mean, I have to, man. I have to just in case. I can't be giving away my character and his voice in the same podcast. Again, guys, we are live on Twitch. Before we start getting into the deep dive questions of Dylan, TJ will start us off. But I did want to say thank you guys again for listening. We are live on Twitch. This podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube if you want to see our beautiful faces. Other than that, before we get into it, Slates did say, dude, I thought Dylan would be some blonde 20-year-old buzz cut basketball player, not going to lie.
Alrighty then.
That is very different from the real Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very different. Wow.
But TJ, if you
was 35, so
yeah, he thought I was.
Did he really?
Yeah, he thought. I think he thought TJ was 35. Matt was like 22. I was 26. You were like 28 or something. Like, it was wild ass ages, bro. I was like, you got this all backwards. Yeah, TJ was 35.
Meanwhile, that was funny. But anyways,
I'm 12. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm 12. But my boy Dilly Dill, welcome to the pod, man.
Thank you, brother.
Long overdue, but yeah, he has been my boy for Jesus.
Some time.
11 when we first met.
Yeah, probably like 11, 12 years old, and it started through basketball. And your dad, when we got it, I mean, that was a little later down. Or no, dude, we were super young, and he stepped in the coach.
Yeah.
Because our coach quit.
Yeah, dude, that was a mess, huh?
Yeah, the entire time our coach just got fed up. Like, he treated us like we were in college. Meanwhile, we're like, I don't know how to shoot the ball. So his dad stepped in, and dude, that was when we met. And then it just kind of, dude, we honestly were not friends in the beginning.
Yeah, no.
You guys have like a little beef going on?
Yeah.
Were you like,
Yeah.
damn, coach's son?
Dude, I think he was, bro.
No, it was.
I would have been.
Yeah, a little. He was always the first option, and I was like,
Here's this. Kid.
yeah. I was like, all right. I didn't really have a choice, but
For sure.
but no, shit's just crazy. We've been friends for years now, and now we're just on a fucking podcast together after all of this shit together.
Well, you guys like started a podcast, right? That we went over that.
Yeah,
on your podcast. You
it's
guys
still in
started.
the works. We want to make sure that it's like the best product we could put out. Like we want a lot of thought to go into this.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So stay tuned for a possible Bakehouse podcast.
Okay.
That is
Big house
The
podcast.
Bakehouse podcast.
Make sure you tune in.
But yeah. So Dill, how you been, man? How's the band? How's music been?
I've been having a good ass time. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I've been doing nothing but immersing myself in music lately. Even while the band's kind of separated right now, I just kind of find my own little space.
What do you mean
Start
by
writing music.
separated? Like, are you guys still? You guys are still a band, obviously. But
Well, yeah, by separated, I mean like all of us are in different locations. Yeah, we're still like working to find ways to create music.
so how
get you
would
guys
that
the
work,
content.
man? So like, do you guys just record like your own wave files and then like send them to one guy and they're like, all right, we're putting the final touches on this bitch, and like it could just be wildly
Yeah, I
different
mean-
concepts of what you thought you were putting together.
That's the one way that we're able to do it. I mean, me and Riley are doing a lot of this stuff through Berkeley, where we learned how to produce music,
Yeah.
how to kind of home produce. So for us to be able to make these demo tracks essentially at home with very little equipment, honestly.
Yeah.
If you have a good sounding guitar, amplifier, or even a plugin and a good interface,
Gotcha.
you can record an amazing guitar track.
Gotcha.
So it's honestly a lot easier nowadays.
I'm
to
not
be able
sure
to do
why, but we're getting like a ton of feedback from TJ's mic right now. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure we fucking address that soon. I don't know why, because it wasn't doing it before.
Is it still doing it?
I don't know. Dylan, go ahead and say something real quick. Or just say a sentence.
You sentences. I'm talking about that real shit, my homie.
Yeah, like
You know what?
I don't know why it's echoing into TJ's mic now, because it wasn't doing it before.
Yeah, that's weird.
Are they making love?
I couldn't even understand what you just said because it just said it 6 times.
Fuck.
That's okay. We'll figure it out. It can all be edited out, boys.
Yo, how's that?
It's still echoed.
It's still echoing.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Because
So it's not
I'm not catching it from like when TJ talks. I don't catch it in your
It's
mic.
when you
This is very.
Yeah. So it's definitely TJ's mic catching you.
Turn the knob down
it doesn't do it. It just turns the volume down.
on your
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah.
What the?
That's weird.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me try. What is this? What's this pattern button?
That's actually yeah.
Yeah, that should work.
Put it on the direct.
Yo.
Yeah, is it still there?
Check. Yo. Check.
Hold your mic closer.
Mic check.
Yeah,
1,
it's
2.
better now. It's a lot better now.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
Anyways,
So
talk
just
about
hop back in. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was going on? ADHD brain.
Yeah. I forgot where we were at.
So, Dill, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What role specifically do you play in your band? Are you like the main producer, vocalist? Like,
Well, I mean, we all kind of do a lot of those things. Mostly me and Riley. On the like Instagram like management side of things, I guess you could say. So like booking shows, kind of creating content and posts like that. A lot of the music writing we're all kind of involved in. So my process in that right now is vocals. I do screaming, so I've been working on stage presence.
Can you
kind
give
of
us
trying to
can you give us
work
a
with a
sneak peek?
crowd. A sneak peek.
Yeah, like can you do a quick
drink.
stream?
I'm not warmed up for this. Let me drink some water though. Hold
All right.
on.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, this is
Oh,
gonna be great. I'm
shit.
so excited.
oh, here we go.
Lily's gonna be pissed,
She's
bro.
gonna be so mad.
She's gonna murder
Why?
me.
Why is she gonna be
She
mad?
said not to.
She specifically said not to.
She said,
Oh, blame it
I
on me,
listened
dude. It's
to
me.
in the
It's me. It's my
morning.
fault.
All right, it's Kane's fault.
Kane's fault.
That was dope.
Again, I'm not warmed up.
I'm honestly,
I
just,
just coming
I
off of a
couldn't.
heavy cold.
How do
so
you even do
I
that?
couldn't. I actually couldn't sing for 6 days straight while I was on a cold. So
How do you like?
that's-
What is it? How do you get that
I-
going?
It's taken.
How did you
a
find out
long
you could do it?
It
Yeah.
took me 6 years of like trying my ass off to match pitches and different screams. So like I didn't necessarily learn from a YouTube video. I just kind of tried to mimic everything I was hearing. And somehow I ended up being able to get different types of screams. There's 4 different categories. You got your guttural screams, you got your fry screams, you got belly screams, you got goblin screams, which are kind of a new thing. There's a lot that can go
How
on.
does someone
that
like
many.
us three like distinguish what scream is which?
Okay, so I'll provide some examples, some live examples.
Okay.
So your fry scream is going to be a high pitched scream. So it uses what's called your fry chords. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are all very.
The facial dude is unreal.
Sorry, the what?
The facial that goes on there, bro, is unreal. 'Cause-
I'm moving my mouth in so many different ways to get that sound. Yeah, Lily can hear it. She's texting me.
all right. We don't have to do anymore. I'm sorry. I don't want anybody to get in trouble.
Okay, one more. Guttural screams. These are my favorite screams because they're deep and they're very, very filling in a musical setting.
Bro, Kane's in disbelief. For the people who can't see Kane's face, it's looked like a ghost just showed up in front of him.
Because it's
Doesn't
like,
know.
how do you even make your like mouth make that noise, bro?
I don't
It's
know.
unreal.
It's a lot. It comes from the diaphragm and involves a lot of like tightening in certain muscles in my throat.
Dude, I'll be hanging out with him trying to figure out how to do it, and it just sounds like I poop. That's what it sounds like
You
sometimes.
hear that, ladies? It just takes certain muscles and your diaphragm to tighten up his throat. That's take notes, ladies. Take notes. Take notes.
Boys, I don't know if you want your pussy sounding like that. I'm gonna be honest. That's a lot.
Yo. Oh boy.
All right, we gotta
Can you
get back.
imagine you just hitting it, you're going in all of a sudden. What do you do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do.
You gotta
You
just
gotta
move
walk
past
away.
it. Yeah, you move past
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You keep it moving.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Yeah,
All right,
that's
next
kinda why
question, boys.
Why I ended up moving
Yeah.
into the vocal end of things for the band.
So, like, how many shows would you say like you do a year?
I would say like all time over the past 4 years of us being a band, we've probably done 50 shows.
See, I still feel like that's a lot.
It's quite a few. It's quite a few.
You said over
That's
4
over
years.
it
On a
sounds
yearly
like a lot.
basis, we can get a tour's worth of shows spread out across the year.
That's
So you're
dope.
looking at like 12, maybe some more. Depends on what we get, and it depends on where we're at in the writing process. Like right now, we want to be able to tour.
Yeah.
So what our goal is right now is we want to finish up a solid album where we can play an hour's worth of music every night.
And how far away would you say you're away from like a full album?
I would give it a good 6 months. It's gonna take some time. We
How
wanna
many
make
songs
sure
do you have out right now?
Right now, we only have 3 released, but we have 6 recorded for an EP. So we're gonna release those.
You guys are on Spotify and all that, right?
That's dope.
The stuff on the Spotify is very old.
You
We're
think
actually
I care?
the
No.
stuff for the EP is gonna be a whole different sound.
And how do you
Once
spell your
we
band
can-
name again?
REPRISE.
Reprise.
I deadass couldn't fucking spell that. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
That's dope.
but not to change the subject like crazy, but I just think it's wild how we all meet through sports of some kind.
Yeah.
Like for me, Travis and Dylan, it was honestly, me and you, Kane, we didn't like play basketball, but like
Yeah.
we were outside playing. It was,
Yeah.
and so like I just think that's crazy because like if we didn't play basketball, you know what I mean? If you never
Yeah.
tried out as a little kid and played a different sport, we'd all be
We'd all
who knows where.
probably not know each other
Yeah,
at
I
all.
mean,
Yeah.
I think me and Kane met Dylan around this, maybe the same time roughly. I feel like how long have I known you, Dylan? Maybe 4 years now.
probably 3 years.
Yeah, I don't even remember like how. I mean, obviously, I know we met through TJ, but like I couldn't even tell you like how we met.
I think we were talking about it. Wasn't it a party?
I think it was a party at your house, Kane.
It was your house, Kane, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was. And now I distinctively remember you showing up, and you were in a white backwards hat, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And you were like, "It's my friend Dylan." I was like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And like, we like embraced. I think we hugged.
Yeah, dude, you were
And
hammered.
yeah, I was cocked.
Yeah, you were
You were hammered.
blasted.
Yeah, that was a good night. I distinctively
Yeah, it
remember
was.
you walking up in like a long sleeve and a white hat, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
I feel so bad. Dylan was my DD.
Yeah, I couldn't
He-
have anything.
I feel like he definitely had some drinks. I swindled him to have a few.
No,
Zero.
dude.
Zero, bro.
Swindled me. I had a sip of some.
TJ went
Oh.
to the moon, bro.
Yeah,
This kid,
dude.
this kid went on the way home had to pee so many times, and he kept forgetting because of that moonshine, dude. That put him over.
Bro, wasn't there like some?
I said goodbye, dude, when I was leaving.
You
I
said goodbye like 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you came by me like twice, and I was like, "Bro, I thought you already fucking left." And you're like, "I was talking to your mom, man, and I forgot who I said goodbye to, so I had to come by again." Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Shit, it was crazy. Every time I go to your house, I have a great.
Bro, were you did you come when me and Haley went home in July?
I think so.
Yes.
Just this past year?
I could not.
Like it looked like this year. It was this summer. We came home in July.
Yes.
God,
Dylan
that-
could not, but
That was a fucking movie, dude. That night was fucking awesome.
yeah.
That night was fucking great. There were so many people in the house.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, we had
Like,
mad people in the house, dude. It's because it was supposed to fucking rain. It rained for like 20 minutes, and we were all like, well, we're already fucking in here, so. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
Dude, I
good.
feel like that was forever ago.
Yeah, and it was literally, what, 3 months?
That's wild.
Almost
Yeah,
4.
what?
Yeah.
Feels a lot
It
longer.
was a long time ago.
Dude, I mean, my favorite memory at your house, though, is the reason you got
my
that.
star. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a wild night, too.
Dude, waking up the next morning, I was on that tiny chair.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, Travis is on this giant chair, bro. And he's just looking at me. And I'm fucking,
Dude, I am snoozing.
all extended trying to fit on this thing. And he's looking at me. And I'm just, oh, what the fuck? Like, he just starts giggling and pulls the blanket up. And I was like, oh, you fucking cockhead, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
But Dill, speaking of basketball, I heard you got dunked on.
That's right.
By the Detroit Pistons' current center, Isaiah Stewart.
How the fuck did you meet? How did that happen?
I was 14 years old playing a gym rat tournament for AAU, and he was on that team. And he was 14 years old.
You played
6
on an
foot-
AAU team with a current center.
Yeah.
So why didn't you make it?
Yeah, like I wasn't on his team.
Yeah, still.
He played against me.
Yeah, still.
Why didn't I get drafted as
Yeah,
well? Because he
like, what
dunked
happened?
up my face, bro. 6'8", LeBron looking dude, like same build as LeBron. Just
Nuts in the mouth.
might as well have been, dude. I took a few steps back. I was like, nah.
I am
I'm just not
backing
even
the
doing
fuck
that.
out.
I'm not-
Yo,
I'm-
that was my
I was
last
awkward.
sanctioned AAU game I ever played in.
Red alert.
That makes you realize like how high that level really is. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
That makes you take a step back and be like, oh fuck.
The difference of competition. Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Because like it wasn't just me. My whole team was getting abolished, bro.
At least it only happened once, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, could have been worse.
Could have
Could've
happened
been
like
getting dunked on
multiple
all
times.
day.
Yeah.
It's just like a compilation video of
Just Dylan getting crammed on.
Just back
Probably out there
Like a
somewhere, bro.
3-minute fucking video, and it's nothing but Fetty Wap in the background because it's 2014,
2014.
and it's just constant pictures and videos of Dylan
Oh
just
my
getting dunked on.
Just getting slammed on like it's
dude. Just they're like 2-second videos, just constant.
just every 2 seconds. Oh my god, dude, that would be too funny.
Oh god, that would have been fucking awesome.
I've played a lot of basketball in my life, but I've never played anyone at like NBA type level,
To where like a posterizer.
like at I've played against. Like I don't think I've played at anyone who could go higher than that.
I don't think I've ever played against anybody that like made like an all-star team in high school. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't think, like.
I had teammates.
Yeah, no, I definitely did not play against anybody that was like, one whack all-star fucking player of the year or whatever. Like,
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I always said I mean, like, yeah, I play basketball. Like I'm on the team, but I don't know if I'm playing on the team.
you could call it I'm on the team. I'm a participant.
My name's on the roster, but I wasn't out there Steph Currying or nothing.
No
So
shit.
Dilly.
Yeah.
So we understand that the what's his name, Isaiah Stewart.
Yep.
That story is obviously a tough one to top, but I would like you to
Tough out.
give us your best story that you could, just like of anything, like your most interesting story.
My most interesting story, just off the dome.
Like, just off the rip, buddy.
Yeah, what do you got for us?
I know you got.
That's a question and a half right there.
All right. I did a podcast interview, and in this podcast interview, I was on the same show as fuck. Hold on. We're gonna have to cut this out.
Okay.
My brain just went fucking deadlock. Hold
You're
on.
good.
Let me gather my fucking bearings here. Jesus Christ.
We're not cutting this out.
Give it in. No, you could just run it back, but we're not cutting it.
You're gonna have to cut out something. I gotta take a minute to remember.
Take two.
You're good. Well, if we have to, we can come back. We can keep going with something else.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to fluster you, buddy. I just
Got them all in a fucking
I
tizzy.
can't remember the band that the dude was in,
That's unfortunate.
but it was like one of those big '80s rock bands.
All right, so I'll let you think for a
Twisted
second.
Sister, Metallica.
Like in that realm.
Starts
In that
ripping
realm.
off names. Black
Rattles them
Sabbath.
off.
Yeah, fuck it.
No,
we gotta find something else, boys.
Okay.
We gotta find something else.
All right, Dylan will refuse to admit that I have dropped him in basketball.
Okay, hold on. I wasn't done with my story yet, dick.
All right, well,
Yeah,
you
whoa.
said we needed to move on.
He's
to
taking
something
enough
else.
L's tonight.
Hold on. Yeah. Give me a second.
He's like he's thinking like he's gonna top this fucking dunking story. Like,
Yeah. Come on.
You said
I
let's
slipped
move
on
on
some
to
water.
something
Slipped on some water. You know it.
else. Yeah, there's magically water.
there was a banana peel on the ground.
A droplet of my sweat. I kid you not.
Bro, can we talk about how fucking sweaty Nick was on the basketball court?
Dude.
I brought that up at
Dude.
work the other day, and like no one believed me that this man would be so
Greased
sweaty. He'd have to take
lightning.
his shirt off just so it was less sweat.
Yeah.
And then you're
Glazed
playing against.
Donut
I was
Factory.
just gonna say, dude, we called him the Glazed Donut Factory on the court.
Glazed donut.
You'd slide off of him, fucking trying to guard him.
And he would love to post you up, all slippery and
But
fucking
we dad used to
slimy.
yell at him like, God,
Yes, Justin, I need a barrier of protection, dude. You're sliding
It's
off of me
fucking
like you just came out of
disgusting.
a lube factory,
get a
dude.
towel or something, buddy.
Dude, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot
right.
about
Dylan, have you had time to think of your story?
Yes, the story time, right?
Okay.
it. All right.
So I honestly thought about it, and the last last memory I could think of that was something crazy. I played in front of 150 people with a band called Vomit Forth at Albany Empire Underground.
Okay.
That was an experience.
Okay, what
I had
happened?
my first mosh pit breakout.
I was gonna say, care to elaborate? First mosh pit.
First mosh pit. That's the consensus. First mosh pit in front of a nice crowd. It was really good. It was an awesome feeling. Honestly, a feeling like nothing else.
Like a mosh
And,
pit
and
while
you were like singing,
It's like
right?
doing
Like you were
drugs
screaming.
while being completely sober. It's the craziest feeling.
And
Just
you were,
like being on stage.
and you were like screaming like you were the vocalist.
Yeah.
That's got to be an unreal feeling. Just like while you're fucking going at it, you just see
And
this
you're
fucking
the one,
guy
like, hyping everybody up. going in.
Superman punch across the fucking pit.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, people are decking each other to what you're doing. Like that's the sickest thing ever.
that's fucking.
So that was
dope.
pretty cool. Yeah,
That's got to be dope.
that was a
I
good
need to
time.
get a
Vomit
mosh pit
Forth,
for my stream.
Vomit Forth. Shout out Vomit Forth. Those guys are very fucking heavy, and it might not be for everybody. Okay, but
Let me check them
they
out.
fucking slap.
Bro, that reminds me. So my buddy's super big into metal, and you said like, I mean, this isn't like hardcore. I would say it's probably just like average fucking metal. But now I got I can't remember his name. Maybe you've heard of him. Hold on, where the hell is it? Buried
Average.
Alive. It's called Buried Alive. Is this guy? But not like berry, like a strawberry.
Like the name Barry,
Yeah,
like Barry Sanders, like buried alive.
yeah. And like all his names are like orange. Like all his song names are like one's Blood Orange. This one's hold up, Strawberry Serenity. Cranbination. Go pluck yourself. Like it's all like fucking fruit names for his shit. Like album came out in 2021. The Mixed Grape. Fucking bear. Yeah, dude. Unreal. Well, there's this song on the Mixed Grape, and dude, like I love the solo. It's so sick. I didn't mean to get us off track there, but I just want to tell you this guy's name. I'm gonna send you this solo tonight because it's fucking fire, dude.
Word. That's
Love it.
exciting. But what the hell were we talking about? We started talking about our band.
We were talking about the band in the mosh pit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And what was that band's name again?
Vomit Forth.
Such a dope name. Like why don't like rap artists have like cool names like that?
Everything's just Lil something.
Yeah.
Or baby.
Dude, death metal is
Or baby.
some crazy shit out there for death metal.
I feel like I
Infant
just need to
Annihilator.
like get into death metal more.
I agree. I will send you
Sold.
some tracks, brother.
I
Sold.
tried, but it's tough.
Can't
I
do
will
it.
get you a playlist.
Bet. I fucking this Buried Alive guy. He's killer. He's got like this cool guitar, fucking like lights up. It's got LEDs and shit in it. It's dope.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Dill, I do have a question for you. This is one of my first questions where I'll just kind of rattling them off here to you. If you could describe yourself in the best way possible to someone that doesn't know you, how would you do it?
Well, honestly, quiet.
It's
When you first meet me, I'm the quietest person ever.
For
But
sure.
I can also be the loudest person ever if you really know me.
No doubt. You're
That's fact,
You are
because-
very outgoing, like once you get to know him.
Yeah, like once I open up a bit and like I'm
Yeah.
comfortable, or even like on stage, that's a totally different like. That's
I
a
really want to
totally
come to one. You should do a show down here in Nashville. There's a bar. It's called the Mellow Mushroom,
Dude,
and they have like,
keep the booking agent out there, bro. Set me up with something.
yeah, dude, they got banging pizza too. Like it's one of the best pizza places on Broadway. And the last time we were in there was in July when my entire family came down. And like normally on Broadway, it's all country music because it's the fucking country music bar like
Nashville.
scene.
Yeah.
And like it's owned by all the country artists, whatever. Well, you walk into the Mellow Mushroom, and there's these two young guys. They're probably about all of our age. And this kid, like long hair, like really like kind of like poofy curly, like fucking Metallica Twisted Sister type hair type shit. And they literally like play Master of the Puppets, and he can scream. He's got a really good like screaming voice. And bro, nailed the solo for like 5 minutes. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like I need more of this like on Broadway. So I think they would be happy to have you guys.
That live metal experience is something that you can't get with any other music genre.
The only thing with like Broadway is everybody wants you to play like songs everybody knows. Like that's the only problem with like bar scenes is you have to be able to play like not Master of the Puppets, but you know what I mean, like mainstream songs.
We
Which
definitely have some covers that are good, but
if you so if you had to describe yourself other than quiet, what would you tell people? Like if you had to be like one sentence like about yourself.
I'm a bit out there. I do a lot of weird things, do a lot of cool things, but I'm definitely a bit out there.
Okay.
I'm a metalhead to the core.
Fucking
I
rock.
literally just listen to metal all the fucking time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How did you get into that kind of music? Like what was your biggest influence as like a kid growing up? Was it just hearing a certain band or was it like your parents influenced you or
There's a lot of different things. My parents influenced me greatly. My dad liked Godsmack. A lot of other bands of that variety, Shinedown, things like that.
yeah.
That kind of opened the gateway for me.
Gotcha.
It even like Pix 106. I don't know if you guys remember Pix 106 growing up in this
Bangers.
area.
Bangers.
Pix 106 goes hard. So that classic rock influence. When I was in third grade, I was listening to like Aerosmith and a bunch of just classic rock stuff, The Doors, shit like that. It evolved a lot over the years. So I started hearing Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, all these heavier things, Lamb of God, Slipknot.
Man, like
And
you're naming all these bands and I know all of them and I'm like I couldn't name a single song. Like I know the bands and if I heard a song I'd be like, yeah, this is them, but I couldn't name one. Why don't I listen to this music, Dylan?
And you just haven't been properly exposed to it, maybe.
Like when you said Pix 106, like I just had like a PTSD flashback to like in my backyard. And like I don't know, it just I grew up listening to classic rock, like you said, Pix 106, like that type of shit. And classic rock and country, that's it. That's all my parents ever listened to, like in the backyard. My mom pop every once in a while, like some 80s pop and shit, but I don't know, that just threw me for a whirl that I just knew all those band names.
You should definitely get yourself into it a little more. See what it's about.
Yeah, you definitely need to make me a playlist of like, like ease me into it. Don't just throw me into like fucking like some softcore shit. None of that hardcore.
That Vomit Forth that I told you about, like that's gonna be a bit much for a first time metal listener.
Okay. All right.
He said, okay.
All right.
But
Glad I just backed that out of my search bar.
Right. He's like, yeah, get rid of that.
I just went.
It's worth a listen, bro. It's insane what they're able to do with their instruments.
Bet. I'm for it.
But
See,
yeah, I can
when
definitely ease you into it. TJ has
I've been slowly
turning to the dark side.
To the dark side.
there's a limit. I feel like like Avenged Sevenfold is my limit. Like most of the time I don't go much heavier than that.
I like Shinedown stuff like that, but I can't do the screaming. You know what I mean?
Dude, when I was growing up, my parents listened to such different music. Like my mom was dead as Tupac and Biggie and like
my dad didn't listen to rap at all. Like I have no idea how I even got in that genre.
Both of my parents listened to that, so then that's what I grew up with, and that's how I.
Ken, I've always low key wondered that, bro. Because like you said, it's been country and rock.
Yeah, like country rock, and obviously my dad listened to like a ton of old folk. Like I listen to everything. Don't get me wrong. I still listen to country, classic rock. Not really metal or hard rock or anything like that. But like if it comes on, I'm like, oh fuck, this slaps. Like my buddy sends me shit all the time, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. But even old shit like 40s, 50s, 60s, I love. I have no idea how I got to liking rap. Like how, because even when I was a kid, like my sisters would have Fly 92.3 on, and I'd be like, nah, get that shit off. Get that out of here. And like,
get it out.
My mom had that stuff going all the time. So I did have some of that influence too.
Yeah, and now like I mean, pretty much all I listen to is rap, unless like I'm in a certain mood. Then I listen to country. Very rarely do I listen to classic rock anymore, just because like it was kind of like drowned out when I was a kid. And even now, like obviously there's no, I guess other than Greta Van Fleet, like there isn't another sound like that. So I feel like I know all that music. There's nothing new ever coming out.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I took to rap, because it was the only genre I didn't grow up around, and it just that hip hop, rap, R&B like has evolved so much in the last just since we've been alive. So I think that's really why I kind of was drawn to it. My dad hates it though.
And with the wave of like people our age, that was what was being listened to on a majority. So like seeing all these new songs come out, I saw TJ do it all the time. Like this new song would come out by Kodak or something, and he'd just be like, "Oh, gotta check it out."
Not Kodak.
I see. I don't even know. Like
Not Kodak Black.
Lil Yachty. I don't.
Fuck yeah, Lil Bo.
Young
Lil Bo.
Gravy, bro.
Yeah.
Young Gravy.
Young Gravy. You kind of look like Young Gravy a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I fucked with Young Gravy.
A little bit.
Young Gravy's pretty good.
Guy.
Love Young Gravy. This isn't like any bash. My buddy's really big into Baby No Money, and like I just can't get into him.
Can't do it.
Like, I don't know why. Like it's not that I hate his music. I think it's okay, but he'll put it on and I'll be like, yeah, all right.
There's a vibe, and dude, he's a good.
I can't.
Down Gravy that raps faster.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
don't
something
know.
about it. Like it's good music. Don't get me wrong.
It's weird, but
It's just not for me. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's Dylan? Who's your favorite rap artist right now?
He probably can't even name one.
Well, I just named 3. He's good. Like if you had to listen to a rap song right now, what are you throwing on? Doesn't have to be new. It can be anything. Any rap song, you're like, yo, I got to put this on. This is a banger. Hold up. Let me listen to this real
Do you
quick.
listen to any rap, or are you against it?
Not like against it. I just don't like.
Just not his
I'm not
taste.
drawn to it. I don't know.
Right.
Makes
Right.
sense.
You like old Eminem though. We listen.
Yeah, I was gonna
You're
say
into
some
EDM
Eminem.
too, right?
Yeah,
You're into EDM?
Slim in there.
I do like EDM stuff. I don't.
Me too, dude. I
Something
love
about
that
the
shit.
production.
I fucking love EDM.
I'm telling you,
Like
I'm
Marshmallow. I fuck with some.
Oh my
Marshmallow.
God, Marshmallow's
No.
my boy, dude. I love
I
Marshmallow.
can't.
Really?
I can't do Marshmallow. He's
How?
like,
Dude,
I
have you
don't
heard his
know.
song Numb?
No, I
I
haven't listened
wanna
to it.
get numb. Dude, that song, that's such a vibe.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I have not heard that.
that
one,
is a
but
summer vibe, dude.
I don't know. So I don't know. So just his shit doesn't hit for me personally. I'm really into like house and like techno more than like I don't know.
More than like overly produced, like mild singing songs.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I love Marshmallow, man. Like, Bye Bye with him, fucking Juice World. That was a banger. I wish it was longer, but like, I don't know. Just his producing style, I really like.
Yeah, just something about
Really
him I can't
fucks with
get into. Yeah.
I got you.
Everyone has their own.
What about that new Fit for an Autopsy album?
What?
Come again?
Couldn't tell you.
New Fit for an Autopsy album.
You're saying
Yeah,
that
so
like it's,
give it one more
it's something
time.
new.
You're preaching to the wrong choir on this one.
It's a good.
Read the room, buddy.
First of all, 304,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, so we should probably know these guys.
Fit for an autopsy? I
Yeah,
do know. just because I'm
305.
friends with them. Otherwise, I'd have no fucking idea.
Damn, dude, they like put out a ton of music. Love their album covers. Holy shit.
They are amazing.
Damn, these are sick.
Truly amazing. I got to see those guys live, and it was a friggin' experience, dude. People go nuts for that shit.
If you could choose one concert to go to, like, who would it be?
It was actually them, and I got to go, and I got to meet them.
God, that is such like a fucking great story. Like that.
Dude, we didn't have backstage passes. I don't know how this happened, but at the end of the show, I just looked over, and I saw the guitarist from the band walk out. And I just kind of walked on over to him. I was like, fuck it. Turns out we got past the backstage area somehow. The security didn't say shit, and we just met the band and like talked to him for like 30 minutes. It was
That is
crazy.
such like a fucking wholesome story.
Just great circumstances.
That's so dope.
It was sweet. Another band, In Flames, as well, was with them.
In Flames.
Great-
Hold up, looking them
great
up
band.
right now. I'm an
We tried
avid.
to, we
I'm an
tried to get
avid
on a
in
show.
podcast researcher. In case you haven't guessed,
We tried to get on a show with In Flames, but
These
we
guys are fucking
unfortunately couldn't
huge.
End up getting in there.
1.8 million monthly listeners.
Yeah, that
Shout
show
out
would
In
have been
Flames.
huge for us, but maybe in the
That would have
future.
been dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would've
been
been fire.
something. That would have been
That'd
something.
sick.
'Cause they play in front of mad people.
I fucking bet. Adrenaline workout.
You're
Fucking
just gonna
playlist.
pretend that didn't happen, boys?
What happened?
Okay.
What happened? I missed it.
So Lily texted me and asked me if she could hit my vape. So I was like, yeah, come up and I'll throw it to you. So I just
He tossed it,
Oh.
and she did not catch it, and it smoked her in the leg. So
Yes, there.
But
oh no.
Kain asked what happened.
Travis's eyes.
she's like embarrassed. Why is she embarrassed?
Are you embarrassed of me? Wow.
That's
Say hello.
ruthless.
Hello, Kain.
You.
My fault, bro.
That smoked
Bro,
her.
she's definitely fucking like pissed at me
Hands, feet.
for the screaming shit.
Dude. That was my fault. If
I heard
anything,
a.
she's gonna
This
kill
is
me.
all I heard was hello, Kain.
Kain said you're probably pissed because of Dylan's screeches, pterodactyl screech.
Yeah, she called me a demon.
That's dope.
A
That's like the best compliment ever. That is so sick.
There's so much going
And
on.
That's
dude,
so
it reminds
dope.
me of old COD zombies, man.
Oh, I can actually. Sometimes I can do,
Do
the original.
Do it. Dude, his fucking face is unreal when he does this.
We got a friend.
We have
Yo.
Hi.
Yo.
Bro, part of my warm up is I
made it
fucking
in
flap
the
my tongue
pod.
back and forth.
That is
She's
just
been
insane.
dying.
I've been dying. Man.
She's been
I've
dying to get on the
bugging.
pod.
You've been dying to get on the podcast? Well, we're gonna do our episode soon, I would imagine. It's
TJ
October.
won't let me. He doesn't want me to be a guest. He
That's-
told me I'd ruin it.
That is so not true.
That is
Before she comes out here capping on the pod.
See, this is why.
Lying.
I let you on mine. That's another story.
This is why. Because you come out here yapping about cap and nothing that's true.
You could have used so much better terms there, buddy.
I don't know about yapping.
I don't know if that was a great choice of words.
That would be occurring.
Oh shit.
What happened?
I was just losing it, bro.
Oh,
The world's collapsing.
It's the whole thing.
Live on this podcast.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
No, it was the screams.
I got that one in.
All right, got that one. Nope.
Nope.
I
Continue.
cannot believe he just said yapping, dude.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Dill, what are some of your favorite bands, bro?
Lamb of God, Gojira, Fit for an Autopsy. Let me do one that's out of my comfort zone. I gotta look at my Spotify playlist because Clifford, band out of Boston that I had the chance of meeting the drummer of. These guys are new and upcoming on the death metal scene. They're kind of progressive death metal. Their new album is fucking amazing. I highly suggest any metalhead go listen to it.
Soulless, is that correct?
Yes, Soulless.
Okay.
Awesome album. These guys all went or are going to Berkeley at the moment, so they produced it themselves, and it's really just an awesome.
So, like,
metal
do you guys know do you know them personally?
Riley's actually friends with the band. I've met the drummer, but that's about it. But we're trying to see if we can get some shows with those guys out in Boston.
Dope, dude. That'd be fucking sick.
That would be something.
Kind of sick, dude. Speaking of Boston, didn't you recently like have a tour out there?
I wouldn't call it too much of a tour. We're still working on the tour section of things.
I
So
gotcha.
we played a show out in Boston at the Jungle Music Club, and that was an interesting show. We're from New York, most of us, so our crowd is typically in New York. So we ended up having a band drop out, and it was the local band.
Oof.
So the venue actually didn't let us know. We had no idea what was going on. So we get there, and they're just like, the other band just doesn't show up, and they're just like, yeah, you guys can just like play whenever, and we're just like, what? So
That's
they did
weird.
like no promotion.
shitty
nothing.
fucking venue,
Didn't tell
too,
us
like-
we had to do
Yeah,
promotions.
yeah,
it was
that-
crazy.
That's
was
shitty
madness.
fucking promoter. Like,
Especially what we're used to out here because we have a good connect with Albany Underground.
yeah.
So it was weird. Definitely gonna try and do better in the future at getting gigs where we know like we're set up.
Yeah, like at least like a contact, not necessarily at the venue, but like a contact that is played at the venue, and like you know what to expect because that's kind of shitty.
Right. Yeah, it was unexpected and really just it was an interesting experience. But to play in Boston was
What
awesome.
is going on over there, bro?
I dropped
Some
the vape.
meddling.
I'm sorry, bro.
Did you just get slapped in the face?
He fumbled the catch and it hit me dead in the testes, man.
Bro, this podcast is off the fucking rails tonight.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh my
Like,
god!
there's, I'm not gonna edit this at all. I'm not taking anything out because this has been
is the most
unfucking real.
off the chain. Dude, I'm sorry, but I
It's the
literally
most metal podcast you guys have had.
I feel like I'm gonna fucking throw up right now, dude.
Caught it like not hard, but like just the right amount where you're like, oh no. It's not pain, it's just nausea.
Yeah. Yep. Oh fuck me. All right. So what?
I was just asking Dill like some of his favorite bands, and then we started talking about like his actual Boston show experience with the promoter and stuff. And like, dude, I've fucked around with like making music and stuff. Like, I really do want to get back into it. I don't think I'm really any good at it, but I just think I can write a song. Like, I think I can do that. I really, oddly enough, Haley and like everyone down here tells me that I can really sing country music pretty well. So,
Really?
like, yeah, so I want to get into it. Like, oddly enough,
Wilder 40.
If you want some tracks, I could write some country up.
dude, like either country or rap. I really want to get back into making music because like it's just it's a decompressor. Oddly enough, from like everything else I do, like just to listen to like free beats and shit is just so calming
It's the best.
for
When
sure.
you get in that like zone, you just start creating.
Yeah.
Get a little high maybe sometimes.
Well, probably not, but but
It's not legal for you down there. It's unfortunate, my brother.
yeah, it's not legal. I think in any capacity down here. I don't even think. I mean, I guess medicinally, but you have to have the license or card. I think
Right.
still.
Yikes.
Yeah, I think it's weird up here after that. Let me tell you, it's a weird thing.
What do you mean?
Like
It's
I-
like not fully legal. It's
yeah,
like,
like they can't sell it, but like if you get pulled over, you're not gonna get like a ticket or anything.
it's like you can have it, but like they're not allowed to like have dispensaries and stuff yet. Like it's not
But like you
that-
can grow your own.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
can't you grow like up to 6 houseplants or something like that?
some
Weird, dude. Like
rule.
just
yeah.
fucking make it legal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I know.
all these loopholes and shit.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention that, I mean, they made it recreationally illegal to make money off of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a huge industry.
Yeah, like if they
That's the main thing.
if dispensaries start popping up everywhere, they're gonna make bank
Yeah, I mean just in
on the
tax
taxes
money, bro.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention I'm sure there's gonna be government sanctioned fucking dispensaries. Like
Oh yeah.
fucking ridiculous, bro. Anyways, I did want to ask Travis and TJ as well. Like, what are some of your guys' favorite bands or artists right now?
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
We talk about music all the time, so like,
I know. I'm surprised we never really covered this.
yeah.
Well, it depends what type of genre. Yeah, I might like
I have two, and I can't think of the names right now. So I have to look it up.
well, like in the metal-ish region, like we were talking about earlier. Like I said, definitely Sevenfold. I really like Kill Switch Engage. It's tough because I have a very weird taste when it comes to
I've been
That
listening
thing.
to the Three Doors Down quite a bit lately.
really.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
You doing okay, pal?
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Are you feeling okay, man?
You doing?
I mean, you guys know what's been going on, so you
Yeah, dude, that's not helping though.
That's definitely not supporting your case.
Nah.
Jeez.
Are you
Um,
okay?
I didn't know it was that bad, bro.
yeah, dude. Man,
That's how it gets
It's
you.
like- yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know, dude. I've been
I think
all
my
over the
like
place
my
music.
favorite artist.
Boys, I hate to interrupt, but I gotta piss.
You're
And
good. Go ahead.
It's been a long time coming.
We're chilling, buddy.
You're okay, bro.
Yeah, we're
I
talking.
feel like I
music.
gotta raise my hand or some shit.
I mean, I suppose I'll allow it.
Yeah. I mean,
no, you
we-
can't go to the bathroom,
No,
but you may
hold
go.
it.
Yeah.
But you may go.
Can I? I don't know. Can you? Like,
Want to fuck around and find out?
I think some of my favorite artists. I mean,
Plant you got there.
my obviously Juice WRLD's top 5 for me.
Dude, rappers wise, it's weird because like I've always been like big into like Logic. Like Logic's always been big for me. Or which I always get hate for fucking liking Logic, which is
I've never really like. I love his music. Like I can listen to him, but I don't throw it on. But if it's on, I'm like, yeah, this is really
it
good.
depends. It depends. Yeah, I got to be in a certain mood because
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, like Drake, 21. Like those are the
They're
obvious.
supposed to come out with a collab album like, this Friday.
Yes, dude, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
fun.
wonder if
It's gonna be gas.
good.
It's gonna be gas, no doubt. Every song they put out together has been really good.
Are
Yeah,
you a
but
Daft Punk fan?
I mean, I don't go out of my way, but I wouldn't call myself a fan, but I enjoy his music. Yeah, like
I've
their
been-
music.
Yeah, I've been like going more into them, seeing because I only know like 3 of their songs. If I'll be honest,
Yeah,
they have some pretty fire songs I didn't really know about,
yeah,
which is cool.
yeah. I think for me, like Juice WRLD, I really like Lil Baby. Right now, I'm a really big fan of Lil Yachty, Trippie Redd. Like just in rap, if I had to go like off of like country music or like other genres,
Tory
would-
Lanez is a big one for me too. Sorry to cut you
You're
off,
good.
but I just thought about that.
it would get pretty tough for me,
listening to
like
his-
just based off of like just country, just because I don't listen to a ton of it.
Oh, I
But
don't
like,
even know.
I really like John Party. I've always been a fan of Montgomery Gentry. I used to like Brantley Gilbert a lot, and I used to like Jason Aldean, but I don't like him so much anymore.
They've gotten a little poppy,
Yeah,
at least at Dean.
yeah. I really do like Stevie Ray Vaughan, old shit. I really like him.
Stevie Ray Vaughan,
I
yes.
fucking love it. Pretty
I
much
feel
like
like are you a Johnny Cash guy?
I love Johnny Cash. Grew up listening.
I
to
had a
him, like,
feeling.
yeah,
That just made sense.
I
yeah.
heard this guy, Billy Strings.
What'd you say?
I saw this guy, Billy Strings, in concert with Willie Nelson.
Really?
He was really good. He actually, like, I'm not a country guy, but, like, the guitar playing in that shit was
Yeah.
insane.
One guy I
It was
really,
more like
really hate
bluegrass.
is like John Mayer.
John Mayer.
That's
I
Yeah.
just can't get behind it.
Fair.
Like great guitar player, I guess, from what I understand. But yeah, I don't know.
all right.
Speaking of Travis's mental health, we've spoken on mental health and challenges we faced throughout this podcast. And in episode 10, with a guest, I want to ask if you had any experiences with mental health yourself and what type of challenges you faced with mental health.
Well, when I was younger, I was diagnosed with some ADHD, and I'm not like sure how bad it is, but I can feel the effects of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I have trouble sometimes, man, and
Gotcha.
I just gotta keep my head down and focus on little things. Focus
Gotcha.
on what I can do. What I can do is all I can do. You know, I've done a lot better in the past year of like kind of coming to peace with those things, kind of getting myself going towards some of my goals.
For sure. That's good, man. I mean, at least you find yourself heading on the right track instead of backwards. I mean, every day's a battle most of the time with that type of stuff just because, again, you just have to find a way to be able to make yourself focus without certain things getting in the way.
Yeah, you can't be a manly man. Sometimes you got to just break down, accept it. It is what it is.
Exactly, bro.
You got to work on it from there. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Travis and TJ, did you guys have any other questions for Dill? I only have one more, so I don't want to like burn my last one if you guys still have some.
I think we ran out.
I was gonna
If
say,
I'm staying corrected.
yeah, we pretty much covered. I mean, I can't really think of anything like.
What do you
Yeah.
got for him?
The last one that I have is kind of for everybody is It's a little bit of a deep question, just kind of a tough thing. Is what is like one pain in yourself that you wish you could fix? So like not like physical pain, but like pain, like emotional pain, like mental pain, like you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Okay.
I feel like I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. For me personally, it's my anxiety. Dude, my anxiety will take me out of a whole day.
Yeah.
And then, because I get overwhelmed pretty easily, and then it turns into anxiety, and then my anxiety, and then I get stuck in this loop where I can't really do anything.
Yeah.
So, probably that, because that will drain the fuck out of me on a daily basis.
Yeah, like not even just like emotionally, but like you said, physically drain you.
Yeah.
Because you're basically forcing yourself to do things, which is, yes, it's bad, but it's also good because you're trying to overcome your anxiety.
Yeah, it's just sometimes, as shitty as this sounds, the anxiety's got fucking hands, and it wins.
No shit.
But I feel like it's not partially is that depression too, because, you know, I feel like the depression factor is me not wanting to, while like anxiety's telling me, fuck, dude, you're not doing anything, you need to be doing things. So
Yeah.
then,
And they kind of coincide.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm stuck doing nothing while freaking out about doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So probably that. If I could find a way to fix that.
I honestly don't have a better answer than that because that's where I'm at.
Gotcha. Anxiety.
Yeah, the anxiety. Just towards like things in my life, things I want to do that I know I can do, you know.
Yeah.
It can definitely hold you back if you let it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a really bad, I don't want to say it's like a coping mechanism, but like me smoking will like slow down for, I don't actually have voices, but like, you know, if
Yeah,
you
but
had
just
like
slow your head
voice
down,
in
give you
your
more
head,
time to think
just
is what it feels like.
mellow out, and yeah, so it helps a lot.
Like a calming effect.
Yeah, like, and even sometimes like it's something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like even if it's just something little like that, you know,
Yeah.
get out of work and I can smoke a little bit, or just have those 15 minutes to just chill.
That's
And-
why I was such a heavy smoker. I think it was one of those things where when you smoked, if it was just the right amount, it would turn that anxiety into like almost a vibe. And you're just like mellow out.
Yeah.
And then you'd be able to like recoup from that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, that's like that creative energy that it gives me. Every time I smoke, I just immediately want to start making a song. Like that's the only thing that could be on my mind, whether TJ's hanging out with me or
Right.
not. Like if I go in there and pick up my guitar, it's done.
It's the worst, dude. He'll be playing for 3 hours and you can't even, and he'll just be nothing.
Yeah, exactly like that, bro.
And you'll just be like, yo, Dill, nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't really relate to that at all, just because I mean I don't
can.
smoke, so I mean,
At least my guitar playing's gotten better since Berkeley.
That's a plus.
It's gotten a lot
TJ's like,
better.
I ain't saying shit, bro.
He's like,
No comment.
I'm gonna have to pass on that.
But Travis, what about you, buddy?
I've been trying to think of a way to articulate it. I don't know if it's really a pain. So me and Lindsay just broke up, right?
Yeah.
But so I had enough room in my car today to take my TV with me. But like 7 months ago, she sold hers, so she was gonna be stuck without anything. So I left it for her, and I told her if she doesn't get another one by the time. And the way I felt at the time, so she wasn't at the apartment, and I could have taken it, but I was like, I won't go into detail like why we broke up and all like bad stuff that happened. But like, you know, I was mad at her and stuff like that, but I couldn't bring my own TV.
Yeah, just because y'all broken up doesn't mean you have to shit on her or like make her
Right.
her life a little bit harder just by doing that. And like,
Yeah.
it may seem stupid, but it's just a little thing, man. Like,
That's pettiness.
yeah, it's just
Right.
a little thing is all it is, man.
So that's something I would change. I basically to articulate it's probably caring too much, but also at the same time that's who I've been.
Yeah.
So I'm actually grateful for it. So I don't know. I go back and forth a lot.
I don't know if this is right, but I'm trying to say like find a way to learn how to balance helping others without hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Because it's either like I'm really numb and I don't give, or it's like I care too much and then I'm not looking out for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, it's not necessarily the TV thing. It's more than that. It's like you said, you care more than about others than yourself sometimes, and that can be detrimental to you as a person and your life.
Right. Yeah. So
I understand.
probably finding a healthy balance would be the biggest thing for me.
Gotcha. I mean, that's really that's the last question I had, guys. I mean,
What about you, Kain?
uh,
What's your pain?
I think if I could fix probably one pain about myself, it would probably be like I don't grieve well, like with anything, like family passing or like
Same.
just like anything at all. Like I just don't grieve well. Like I don't cry in the moment. I'm the guy that tries to stay positive about things. Like just shit like that. I just don't grieve well when it comes to things. Like
Yeah. No, that's
I
fair.
don't really know how else to explain that.
Right.
I don't.
Oh yeah, that's
I remain positive for everybody else, and I mean
about it.
maybe that's just like from my dad, and my mom, or shit like that. But I just usually don't grieve well when it comes to like loss or I guess just anger and shit like that. I don't handle that type of shit well. So I would want to fix
Anger.
that and be able to feel. Not that I don't feel the emotion, but I put it off so I don't display it for others. That way, like they
Right.
have someone they know they can talk to or things like that. But yeah, that'd be mine.
I do have a feeling that all four of us do anger being an issue.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say the reason like the four of us, especially are like close, is because of what Kane just said. Like we're the supposed to be the rocks of the group, not within ourselves, but like for our families and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty huge for all of
Yeah.
us. I think.
Like, and I don't even, like I said, I like to think of, hey, I'm somebody everybody can go to. And I feel like I've always been that just with like my friends and family. But it's not even that I think of myself as a rock. It's that I really I try to be positive about shit. Like you know what I mean? Like when my grandmother passed away, she went through 2 weeks of suffering. It's like, not that I was glad that she was gone. It's glad that it's over for her
Yeah.
type thing. And like I've always preached that, like try and find the positive thing in everything. And it's more of that than I try to be a rock for everybody else. It's just like, hey, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine. I don't want to be just
You
a
always try
shoulder to
find that
cry on type
positive
thing.
light. Yeah. More than like trying to be the dude that helps everyone.
Yeah.
You know, you just try to like ease.
Yeah, like make it a little bit easier on everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably perfect. Just making it a little easier.
Yeah.
Maybe not fixing it, but you know,
Yeah, I understand.
because trying to fix everyone's problems that'll fuck
It's
you.
just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
know?
for sure. All right, no doubt about that, boys. The last question I have would be the question that my dad left for you, Dylan. If you guys are ready for that, or unless you guys had anything else you wanted to say.
Nah, fire away.
Yeah, let's jump in.
So I made sure I wrote this down because I want to make sure I worded it correctly the way he had said it. Is what do you think of the current administration's EV agenda or on any specific state's EV agenda? And I think kind of what he meant by that is just like the regulations that are about to be put in place for EV, like the infrastructure that isn't there, things like that.
I'm not very educated on the topic, but my current standpoint is that things are definitely not getting done.
For sure.
And a direction is not being met that I'm happy with, generally speaking. So
Okay. Yeah, I think again, just like going off of what I think the overall meaning of that question is and we talked about this a little bit with my dad is I don't think the infrastructure is going to be there by the time they want it to be. By the time they've in place these, hey, by 2035 or 2030, whatever it is, like we have to have no new combustion engines sold, that type of shit. I don't think we're ready for that.
No, and I mean the more pressure you put on the current like electrical systems, they're not gonna hold up at a certain point.
Yeah,
You
and you
know?
look at California. I mean, they in the summer they have rolling blackouts all the time. Like certain, hey, this part of the grid's going to be out this day to this day. This part of the grid's going to be out this day to this day. Like how, like that. That's the state that's really pushing everything the hardest, and they can't handle it.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, how do you really expect to replace it? I mean, it still requires form of energy to charge it. It's
Yeah.
not like you just skip that loophole, you know. And a lot of times we're using the same processes to get that energy. So what's really going on there?
I don't know, man. I mean, again, you have to have electricity charge, and we talk about this all the time in the car business because every single day there's something new coming out that we have to learn about, like at GM and Buick. So I sell brand new GMCs and brand new Buicks now. I've only been selling this brand for about a month, and it comes down to by 2024 they're coming out with the brand new Denali EV GMC. They're coming out with the brand new Wildcat in 2024, which is a Buick sedan. The brand new Hummer EV. GM is going full electric by 2030. That's a huge adjustment in terms of, hey, we have 8 years and we're going to have all new vehicles on our lot that no one knows anything about. Not even just like know anything about, but it's a whole new market. And we talked about it in the episode with my dad that there's certain people that aren't going to buy a new car anymore. They'll buy a used car every single time, which is fine. But then how do you combat that? It's just like when you build in currency. How often do we see like a $1999 bill, like a 1999 mint or a 1960 penny? Like those shits are always going to be there. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, there are so many cars.
So many.
Where are they going to go?
Yeah.
You can't just melt them down.
Right.
Like, yeah, older ones, you pretty much can. But, like, new ones, like, anything from, like, 2005 on to now, the amount of computer systems that are in there, you can't just melt that shit down.
Dude, and even like, how are you going to figure out every, like, charging their vehicle? Like, everyone's not going to be able to afford this giant, unless you can just plug it into a wall. They're not going to be able to afford, or everyone's not going to be having charging stations available, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone has gas stations, but not everyone has charging stations. So, like, you'd have to slowly switch every gas station too. And then if you do that, and people who still do have gas, fuck. If gas is no longer a thing,
it doesn't make sense because we're not going to be there in time. And again, we talk about this all the time in the car business because we're learning about all the new shit that's coming every single day. Is there's other forms of fuel. Like, it doesn't have to be fossil fuel. It doesn't have to be electricity. But, like, hydrogen is the largest, it's the most plentiful element on this planet. Why has no one figured that out yet?
Right.
yeah.
Like, you would think it's air. It's not. It's hydrogen because of water, H2O. Like, there's 2 hydrogen molecules for every molecule of water. And it doesn't, that's what doesn't make sense to me is because there's so many other forms like biofuel, making fuel with corn, like fucking methane. Yeah, it's not the most efficient and you would need a decent amount of it, but there's got to be a better way than just turning fossil fuels into into more electricity when the infrastructure we currently have can't handle it anyways.
Yeah, I don't even know how, like, that's gonna work out.
I just don't think it's possible.
I can't see it being ready, man. And as much as I know there needs to be changes for the environment and so on, I don't see it being that is the answer. I can't see that being the answer. I can't.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Anyways, I could definitely see it happening, but not this soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would kind of answer every question we have. Do you have a question for the next guest, my good sir? Dylan,
He's
I think
having some.
I think he's frozen.
Yeah, he's having some computer issues.
Dying.
You want to just come over
Yeah,
here
you
and
can
say
just hop
a
over and say
question for the next person? Yeah, come on over real quick. This is your question for the next guest.
And then we're like wrapping it up anyway.
Yeah,
so.
and then we're good.
So you're good.
I gotta say goodbye to the
Yeah,
Discriminate.
gotta say goodbye to the
Pop
community.
squat in the center there.
Yeah,
You gotta get back to the
We back, baby.
Yeah,
right in there.
that's beautiful. Now, Kain, buddy, I can't really hear you, but that's okay.
That's all right.
You said that's
Oh wait, there it is. Okay, I
Yeah.
can hear you. There. All right.
Next guy
Question for the next guy.
or girl.
I told you guys, right?
no,
This is
Yeah,
the
you
first
didn't
we're
you
hearing
didn't
about
tell
it.
me at all.
no.
So, do you think that human life will reach another planet and sustainably live there before we die out?
Like our generation? Or
Not our generation, like humans generally.
Like before we
Like,
die
will
or
we
no?
exhaust our resources on this planet before we can get some?
Before like humans die out, or
Yeah.
like our generation.
Like humans completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
You're saying
question.
Yeah. Well.
good shit, buddy.
All right.
That's a solid one. I mean, the only thing that we have left, then, guys, is we have to leave the fans with a
Look at
positive
that one.
quote. If you guys do not have a positive statement, then I have one ready, unless you guys have.
Oh, dude, I had one from a Logic song.
Okay.
Unless you don't.
No, go ahead.
No.
No, run
No, do it.
I can't remember it off the top of my.
All right, look it up quick.
So I'm gonna have to.
something about something.
Yeah. It says I'd rather fail trying something new than doing shit every day.
I like that.
Well, then he ends. It rhymes because then he ends it with fuck. So. But yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. But yeah, guys, that's our episode. I think that was a good one.
That's it.
Everyone, I'd
Off
like
the
to.
chain.
Yeah, it was an off the rails episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you leave us a review.
Off the rails.
I said off the rails. Please leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, or leave us a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Whatever we got to do to get this out to more people. We really appreciate all of you listening.
Anything.
And if you have somebody or you yourself wants to market your business or yourself a little bit more, please reach out to any of us. If you want to know our socials, I mean, I think you all know us by now, so we'll just start leaving it in the description or something. But yeah. Anyways, guys, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for listening.
Peace.